Hello and welcome. Here is a basic expense and income worksheet for small businesses, or at least geared towards small businesses. If you're not a business and you can still value from it, great. I'm working off of an iPad in Apple Numbers, but I do also have an Excel version available. All right, so let's jump in. The first tab here, as you can see, is for your expenses. And at the top, you would put in your expense type, like, for example, meals and advertisement, and then also technology, which could be like cell phone, iPads, computer, internet, really whatever works for you, whatever makes sense for your business and the way that you need to break it down. And then next you go over to the left underneath date and type in the date that your expense was incurred. So I'm just putting in a random date here. And then next vendor, we'll say Denny's. This will be a meal expense. And then next for receipt location, if you have a filing cabinet, you could say your upstairs filing cabinet. In my case, I do a lot of digital receipts, so I would put digital file there. Next details would be maybe a new client meeting, and more specifically the Smith account, just so it'd be easy to figure out what it's regarding later. And then put in the amount underneath the expense category, and that would be it for this particular one. Next we have our income, and obviously income source we want to change. We can say the Smith account because it went very well, and then you put in the date and then also how much you received on that date. For me personally, I have a vacation home rental, so I divide my income between the various sites I use, such as Airbnb, and then also VRBO. I put in the next one, and then anything else that's off of those sites, maybe Facebook or talking to people and whatever. This works best for me, so I can kind of see which site is giving me the most income, and therefore I can figure out where to concentrate my efforts between them. So that is how mine would look, except I would also have dates, of course, of when I got those particular payouts. Finally, we have mileage, the simplest of the sheets. Put in the date that traveled the miles, the amount of miles that you did that day, and then also the reason for travel. I personally put in whether or not it was a round trip, and then more specifically as to why I needed to go, so that way if I get audited, I kind of have a trail as to why I'm claiming these miles. Just put in a little note, and that is it for that. Also, on any of these sheets, you can add lines. On an iPad, you would just select the blank lines and add rows. Be sure you're using blank ones, otherwise you'll have to delete out information, but it's that easy. You can do it on any of the sheets, except for this final one. You don't want to do any changes here or it can mess up formulas. But then this is your full visual for your year, your expenses all divided out, as well as your income divided out, how it works best for you. And you kind of have a full snapshot. I give this to my accountant at the end of the year, has all the information he needs. And then you also have this nice little pie chart that kind of can show you a quick visual for your year of your income versus your expenses, and then also, of course, your total miles. So thank you for watching. Hope this spreadsheet is going to be helpful to you. Again, I have it both in Apple Numbers and also an Excel version. There will be a link in the description to my Fiverr site so you can purchase it if you'd like. Definitely appreciate it. And there's also options for more expenses and income, so that if you have more than 10 of each, I have something that works for you. Thanks.